Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm still playing Level 7 Invasion. And well, the situation is interesting. I would not say critical. I think it's not looking too bad until now. Although some factions are definitely in trouble, and that is still the South Americans. They have had problems from the first turn, and they still are under heavy attack now here in Argentina. Then we see the European Confederation here in the capital here, this Union of Central European States. That is actually overrun, and that is a problem because it costs quite a lot of money and food that they lose because of this. And if it is overrun 2 more turns, if it stays overrun 2 more turns, Europe will be completely destroyed and will have lost the game. But I think we can prevent this from happening. Another point is that this dropship here, dropship number 3 in the North African Concord, this is also not very good. Finally, we have down here in South African Influence Zone dropship number 2. There's already a unit here. And this zone will be overrun because we cannot reach it. There is no way to get there. The African units are up here, so they can't get there in 1 turn. What they can try to do is they can go to Central Africa and here Kenya and try to defend these 2 areas, because it's pretty sure that if this is overrun, single units will also enter these 2 areas here. Interestingly, Asia is doing perfect, and they might even think of attacking Arabia and liberating that dead zone to gain this oil here. And the US is also doing fine. There is no big threat there. They might attack Canada, and then I guess they will actually help South America or maybe even Europe. There is the option to get even to the North African Concord. We will see about all these things now. Okay, we start with the Gin mercenaries. The first player is now Europe, because they control Dr. Kronos. So let's see what we need. We have 2 rogue clones, which is a good thing. We have blaster hybrids. That's a really good card. We might... Okay, honestly, I'm not sure if you can attach a card, the blaster hybrids, an example, if you can attach this card to an overrun territory. I don't think so, because it says if the territory is overrun, discard this card. So I guess you cannot do this. So I guess Europe is going to buy the warrior clones. And now, because there is no more stack here for the Gin mercenaries, it will not be replenished. There is a special card that allows you to shuffle these cards and then replenish this, the black market. But right now we can't do that. Anyway, Europe is going to buy the warrior clones. What about Africa? Well, I'm not sure. I think they, well, I mean, they could destroy the unit in the Kenyan Federation. I think that's what they're gonna do. They buy the rogue clones for $1. And it says discard this card at any time and roll a die. If you roll plus or equal, destroy one invader unit in any of your territories. Okay, so that's something they're gonna do right away. And they're gonna try to attack the unit here in the Kenyan Federation. Oh gosh. Same as before, they didn't make it. These rogue clones are not very effective. Okay, and it's Asia now, and they're not going to buy anything. North America, they're also going to buy some rogue clones for 1 million. And they're going to try to destroy the guys in Canada. Okay, that was a success. So this unit in Canada is now destroyed. And by the way, I think that means that also here the adaptation dial goes up. I'm not sure if I've done that the last time when I used the Hydra, the rogue clones. But the rules clearly say anytime a invader unit is destroyed. And here it is written, destroy one invader unit. So I assume we have to move on the dial here. Okay, and finally South America. And they can now buy the blaster hybrids. That's what they're going to do. And they're going to attach them here to Argentina. That will give them some advantage in the fight. Okay, so the Gin black market is now empty. And let's hope we'll find this special card pretty soon. I think it's one of these upgrade cards. Okay, now, because Europe has now the mesh networks, they can now command 6 soldiers. And, well, I think they're going to deploy one here in the Western European Defense Pact. Africa. Well, they still only have a communications of 1. They don't have advanced communications, so they still only have these 4 soldiers, which is not great. They definitely need to improve their communications in the next turn, I guess. So they cannot deploy any more units here. Asia, well, they could actually, they could have now 7 units overall. So that means they can deploy 4 more units here. Okay, so I'm not so sure what to do with these guys. I've deployed 4 in the Uzbekistan alliance. And what we could do is we could we could move with these 3 from China to Arabia, add another one here so that we can attack these guys and have an advantage here. And then we got 3 left. And we could consider maybe even moving with them to the North African Concord and to help out the Europeans here. Although I'm not sure if this is the best idea, but maybe I'm gonna do that. There is no threat there in Asia, so why not help the others? Okay, let's see North America. Well, they have... What? Okay, so they can deploy 1 additional soldier, or 1 additional... well... Damn it. Yeah. Well, I wonder what to do with these guys. I think I'm going to deploy him here in the eastern US. Yeah, and then we might actually go to the North African Concord and help out these guys too. So, and finally it's South America. They're going to pay 4, which is sadly more or less all their money. So that means they cannot do very well research, but they can trade. Maybe they should do this. And they're going to deploy their troops here in Bolivia. Okay, now it's the research step, and Europe actually hadn't done too much. They just researched the poison compensators. You do not reduce your MIC due to the Titanomax virus during the MIC damage step. Remember, you have to reduce your MIC each turn during this damage step by 1, and you don't have to do this anymore with the poison compensators. And that was pretty expensive. That did cost us 2 of these research stations. Well, Africa, what are they gonna do? Well, we said they want definitely a better communication so they can have more troops. So first of all, they're gonna pay 2 million, and 1 of these to improve their communication, and now they have the advanced command and control. And what else would be possible? Well, we could go up with the social programs. 1 million, 1 food, 1 fuel, and another research center. And now this is at tier 2. And we now have the mandatory counseling and the education campaigns. Asia, well, they can do a lot of research. They have 3 research centers and they have a lot of money. So they're definitely going to do a lot of things here. Well, I guess they're going to probably also the poison compensators. 1 million, 2 minerals, and 2 research labs. It's expensive, but I think it's not a bad thing. Okay, that goes down to 3 then. Oh my goodness, so here we are. And I think, let me see. Yeah, probably here. This goes then to tier 3. 2 million, 1 food, and 1 research lab. Let's do this. That would be also education campaigns and mandatory counseling then. Okay. 2 million and the food here. Okay, here we go. Well, actually, this is not what they developed. The mandatory counseling was something they had before. They developed the extended aid networks. During the MIC damage step, reduce the number of points you lose due to invader humans by 2. So that's basically an improved refugee service. The US, well, they are still a little behind here in the biological sciences and the these social programs. I think what they're going to do is they're going to improve their social programs. 1 million, 1 food, 1 oil. Okay. And one of these. So this is now, they also have now the education campaigns and the mandatory counseling. And they're also going to improve their communications so that they have these mesh networks. 2 million, 1 fuel, and 1 research lab. Okay. And South America, well, they have 1 left now. Why do they have 1 left? I'm not sure about that. I thought they had nothing, but okay, 1 is now here. Maybe they can trade now to gain a little more money. They have also 2 labs. So what do they want to do now? Well, that is the question now. They could improve the biological sciences, but their social programs are also very much behind. So I think they're going to improve the social programs, but they don't have any food. Oh, damn it. Okay, anyway, let's see. They have a lot of minerals and a lot of fuel. And the US, North America, has actually food. So they might say, okay, we give you minerals and you give us, and maybe a little bit of fuel, and you give us oil and money in return. Okay, so we need to upgrade all this. We need only 1 food, but we need $3. So let's say we give them 1 mineral in return for 1 food. Okay, fine. And then another mineral for $2. Oops, that's... What? Okay, like that. And this goes up. And there we go. So that means they now have enough to spend these 3, and then also to develop the mandatory counseling and the education campaigns. I'm going to pay 1 food, 1 fuel for that. Here we go. And a research lab. And then they can now upgrade the military equipment, which makes them now the most the most advanced military faction. So they gotta pay for this. Now let me see. 3, oh come on. 2 million, 1 fuel, 1 minerals. Okay, so there we are. And they have now the energy shielding. Roll a die when targeted by an orbital assault or bombardment event. If you roll an equal or minus, you do not suffer the effects of the event. So that's basically then a 50-50 chance. And that was the end of the research phase. Now we do the Kronos project. So let's see. We need 6 food. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, we can. That's not a big deal. Europe has 5. So they're going to give, let's say, 3. And I think America can give 2. And Asia can give 1. Okay, so the food is paid. We need 6 oil. That's also not a big deal. South America can give, let's say, 3. Maybe we see 2 from Africa and 1 from Asia. Okay, we got 3 minerals here, which is also not a big deal at all. They can be all paid by South America, I guess. Or maybe not. Maybe only 1 and 2 by Africa. They also have a lot of minerals. 6 million. Okay, let's see. I think we're going to do... Well, maybe 5 by Asia. They have a lot. And 1 by America. And now this is the interesting point. We need to pay these industrial capacities. 5. So let's see. I think that 2 can be easily given away by Africa, and then maybe 1, 2, 3 by Asia. Okay. So that was then the psychotronic amplifier trials. The devastation. Each coalition can immediately upgrade 1 technology without paying the upgrade costs. That's amazing, and the devastation stage is triggered at the end of the current round. Okay. So we're going to place that here now. And you can see we have now developed 4 steps from the 7 that are necessary. And now each coalition can upgrade 1, and let's see, I say we take the most expensive one. So in this case, I guess we take the biological sciences here from North America. That gives them the poison compensators, which is good, because they don't have much population left. And this is actually, I say we take even more military equipment here, and we upgrade. Oh no, we can't do that. We can only do this once per turn. So let's see. What have we done in this turn? I think we've done the military equipment. Pretty sure we did that. And in addition, I think we've done the communications with these guys. So I'm going to go also for the biological sciences here to tier 3. And and this is also synthetic food. So this is now roll a die when affected by crop decimation event. If you roll equal or minus, you do not suffer the effects of the event. Very good. Okay, these guys here, what can they do? I say we go for communications here. Damn it, I don't know actually. I think I did the biological sciences. So this time I'm going to go for communications. And these are then the cognitive systems. And that is pretty amazing because this gives us now +4 to command and control. And that is really a lot. Okay. These guys are also going for the biological sciences with the poison compensators. And Asia, well, they did the social programs, so I think they're going for the communication and with the cognitive systems here. Okay, cool. That was definitely great. Let's see what the next one would be. Oh, there are 2 options now because this is for A and for B. So we can decide which one we want to develop next. Usually you have to go step by step in order here, but with the 2 and the 4 you can make your choice on your own. So here it has to be in Asia, and here it has to be in North America. So this would give you shuffle the discarded Gin mercenary cards and put them at the bottom of the Gin mercenary deck. Reshuffle the Gin mercenary cards whenever your deck runs out. I think this is definitely pretty awesome. A coalition can use 1 Gin mercenary clone card without discarding it each round. This is also great. But still, I think I prefer this one here. So that means, but we can't place them like this, just to keep in mind that we can choose what we're going to do. That means that we want Dr. Kronos in Asia. And yeah. So that was the Kronos project. Next thing we're going to see is the income step, which I'm going to do off camera, of course. Okay, it's the end of the income step. Europe suffered a pretty bad penalty because of this overrun capital, -2 food, -3 million. But the others are all doing well. Next step, the movement step. Okay, Europe. So this is not going to be that simple this time. Of course, I mean, highest priority is to destroy these guys here. And well, I think I wonder if I should place them simply all in there, just to be safe, you know. Shouldn't be such a big problem then. Huh. That's a tough decision, actually. I got a movement of 2. Well, okay, I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, this is all a little... Okay, so we move here with the guys from the Nordic Confederacy. Let me see if I can move through on overrun territory. I gotta check that. Yeah, I think that should be absolutely possible. So, okay. Let me see. We want 4, 5. So I guess what we want to do is well, there are only 2. Holy moly. There are 4. Okay, I wonder who goes here to the African Concord, who goes here. I can also take, for example, troops from Greenland, from the US, move here, and you see there is a dotted line, so I can move from Greenland to here. I could move from the eastern US to the North African Concord. I could help out with these guys, either here or there. So there are many options, and yeah, I'm really not sure what to do here. Okay. I also have these warrior clones. So I guess okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move 3 guys in here. The one from the Russian influence zone goes down here to the African Concord. That is possible here. There is a dotted line, so 2 steps. These 2 guys here from the West European Defense Pact, they move also here. And well, I wonder if it makes sense to leave 1 person actually here, because no, on the other side then they will move down here probably. Okay, I won't. I will go here. Okay, so that was the movement of the Europeans. Then we see the Africans, and well, they are definitely in some trouble. They move down here and here, trying to prevent the invaders from moving northward. Okay. Then we have Asia, and they are really strong. So what they're going to do is... Oh, wait a second, I forgot. With the income stat, I forgot these 2 minerals for the US. Because they control Greenland. Okay, so now these guys move here to Arabia with 3 troops. And then with 1 additional troop also from the Uzbekistan alliance. And the other 3... no, maybe not all of them. That's a little too risky, I guess. But I think definitely that maybe 2 or 1, 5. Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, I think 1 is fine. 1 moves here, helping over there, and the others might actually move back to China. Just to stay flexible, you know. Okay, and well... so what about now the... Okay, The guys from the eastern US, they will move here. Will they? That's an interesting question. It might not be necessary to do that. I think only one from Greenland will move down here. And this is it. We still have our warrior clones that might help us out here. On the other hand, it might be useful to keep these. So I guess I will take the one from the eastern US and will try to kill them together here. And then we will see the guys from the Mexican influence zone moving to Peru, attacking this guy. And I think... I think I might actually want to move to Brazil with them. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to see lots of action here. Yeah. So yeah, just to prevent these aliens from moving here to Brazil. Okay. Well, let's see. It's a little risky. The US is completely, there are no troops there. They're helping everybody else out, but okay, I mean, right now there is also no threat. So, that is then the end of the battle phase. No, actually, it's not the end of the movement phase. I forgot again to move Dr. Kronos. I'm going to do that now. It's Europe, and we want Dr. Kronos in Asia. He can move up to, I think, 3 steps. Yeah. I'm going to place him here in Siberia. And then on the next step, he can move to Alaska or wherever. And this is going to be fine then, I guess. Okay. That was the movement step. And we come to the events. And I'm going to start doing them off camera. Oh, and actually, I forgot, of course, the movement of these guys. This is pretty important. South America. They move here to Argentina and attack these guys here. Okay, so here we go, starting with the alpha events. So we have here paranoia. Each coalition reduces its MIC 1 point. Okay, let's see, we have something here. I just wonder what that is. The mandatory counseling, is it? Yeah, we roll, and if it's equal, we don't suffer the event. Okay. So let's see. Do we all have that? It's a social program. Yeah, all of us have the mandatory counseling. So that means we start with Europe. So they are going to lose 1 MIC. Then Africa, same problem. Asia, okay, they don't. North America, they definitely don't want to lose that. And they don't, that is great. And finally it's South America. And they were all lucky. So this was good. Only Europe and Africa. So that was really lucky. Some good rolls here. We got to place some units 1 and 3. So we have a new unit here in Argentina and 1 right there. So the next alpha event would be a crop decimation. Each coalition either returns 1 million to the bank or reduces its MIC 2 points. Again, we have something against that. And that would be either the synthetic food or the hybrid crops. And we all have hybrid crops, except for South America, which have the synthetic food. They have a little better chance. Okay, let's start with Europe again. If it's equal, We don't suffer the consequences. Okay, so we have to pay 1 million. Of course, I prefer that to reducing my MIC. Africa, same problem. 1 million is lost. Asia, oh damn it, another million. North America, oh come on, this is really not great this time, but it's not as bad as reducing the MIC. And then it's South America. Okay, and they were lucky, they made it. And we will see units at number 2 and number 3. So this is one here. And another one. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, exactly here. Okay. So now we come to the Bravo events over here. Shuffle them a little bit. Okay. So this is a viral video event. The coalition with the most invader units rose 3 times for the following. So let's see, which coalition has now the most invader units? This is going to be Europe. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 invader units. But they have the information control. Whenever a viral video event requires you to make a roll, you can avoid rolling any number of dice by spending 1 million for each die. So they're going to spend 3 million, and in this way they don't suffer any consequences. We have, well, quite a few troops here. Number 2, that is down here. And this is now overrun. Number 3. Okay, so this guy goes now somewhere else. And I wonder where they will go, actually. I think they're going to go to the West European Defense Pact here. And one goes to Eastern Australia. Okay, so that is also at its limit, so we can place it somewhere else. Maybe the Indonesian refugees. No, that's not possible because that's not adjacent. So we could go to. Oh no, we don't. We actually can't choose. We have to go to the Western US because this is the one with the least. Contains the fewest invader units. Okay. Then we have another Bravo event, Orbital Assault. Draw a dropship card and place 1 invader unit in each of the first 3 territories listed. Okay, and by the way, there is no attack from orbit here. So that would be Canada. That's not so great. Now there are some enemies appearing here in North America. Let's see. So Canada has a missile defenses. So if the roll equals... Nope. Okay. So we're going to place 1 here. The Russian influence zone, which is here. So again, Europe is under heavy attack here. They also have the missile defenses. Maybe we should... Yeah, we can roll. Oh, okay. And finally, the Indonesian refugee zone. Again, the defenses. Nope. No successes here. So we also place that one here. That wasn't that great. Okay. And the last event then is bombardment. Each coalition returns 2 million to the bank. Let's start with Europe. Well, they have to pay. Okay. Africa. they also have their missile defenses. But they also have to pay. Asia. Very good. North America. No. Okay, here we are. Lucky we have quite a lot of money here. And now South America, they have the energy shielding. So that's now a little more efficient, I guess. But it wasn't good enough. So they also have to pay $2. If it would have been a minus or equal, they wouldn't have to pay. But okay, and now we place another one at dropship number 3, which is this one. So again, we have to place it somewhere else. Could choose now either Nigerian League or the Dominion of Ethiopia. And well, I think I'm gonna go for the I don't know, maybe the Dominion of Ethiopia here. Okay. So that was then the event phase. And now we're gonna see the battles. Okay, so it's interesting that here in Argentina, they actually didn't spread to the north. There weren't much units spawning here. So let's start with Europe. And now this is a special point here, because you see here, for example, there are now 2 coalitions fighting together. So the strongest coalition, the value of the strongest coalition, that is the value that applies for the whole battle, and that player of the strongest coalition also can roll a die. So only one battle is fought here, even if there are more coalitions present, and the one with the stronger one will decide, or will roll the die. So Europe has now a power of 2, and the US also have a power of 2. But because there are more troops from Europe here, they will do the attack now. And they outnumber the aliens, which have also a power of 2, but they are the attackers then. Okay, that was a hit. And well, the adaptation dial goes up, and now we have this adaptation actually. So we got to draw another card here. The last one before we come to the devastation turn. So we have here a surprise attack. Draw a dropship card and place 1 invader unit in each of the first 3 listed territories. Yeah, great. Okay. So let's see. This is the Indonesian refugee zone, and that sucks, because that means now that this refugee zone is overrun, because they only have a defensibility of 2. Eastern United States, so they are pretty bad under attack now. The Kenyan Federation, so they're gonna lose some of their population. This is definitely not good. The Kenyan Federation, okay, and this is it then. So then we go on with the battle here, and we both lose a unit. So I'm going to take one of the Americans, simply because then they can deploy units back in their home country, which will be possibly a good thing for them, now that they are under attack. Okay, and let's go on. Another one from the attacker from the defender goes away. And the last one. Okay, so each one loses one. Again, we remove one from the US and one from the invaders. And now, for now, the Union of the Central European States is liberated. That is good. We go on now here. We have a big fight here in the north of North Africa, Concord, this time with the Asians. And again, we are the attackers. So they lose one. One of both is lost. Again, we remove one from the Asians so that they can deploy units at home, which brings them then faster to the Indonesian refugee zone. And this goes up again, I think actually twice. Yep. And finally we have to destroy the mothership. And we did that, although we've lost a unit ourselves. But okay, so this area is now clean. And we can actually choose some resources here. I think I'm gonna take some minerals. Yeah, okay. So now we got some fighting in Africa. And that is not looking that great, because they have now the problem here in the Kenyan Federation that they are only the defenders here. The invaders have a power of 2, they also have a power of 2. There is a tie of troops, so they are the defenders, and that sucks. Yeah, that's bad. So they lose their first guy. Okay, at least they managed to kill also one of them, but still this is not that great. Then we're going to see some battle here in Arabia. And the Asians are the attackers here. Okay, so the first one goes down. And both lose one. And okay, the last invader is killed here, so that means in the next income phase the Asians will gain 2 additional oil, so that is definitely a very valuable area. North America, well, there's not going to be so much fighting there. They fight in Peru. But the home country is now left alone. So it kind of sucks. And they actually lose one unit here. Okay, that was a success. So they managed to destroy this guy. And that goes up again. And then we're going to see a battle here in Argentina. And maybe now for the first time actually, it might be possible to free South America completely from any enemies. That would be awesome. Because Argentina, there are these blaster hybrids. So that gives them +1 power. So they have a power of 3, while the invaders only have a power of 2. That makes them the attackers then. Okay, we both lose 1. So that goes up again. Let's go on. Again, we both lose 1. Okay. Okay, this time the attacker is lost, and then we try to destroy the dropship. And we managed to do so. Very well. So now, for the first time, South America is free of any aliens. That is pretty awesome. With the help of the North Americans, we could do that. So, let's see now. Oh yeah, South America can actually choose which dial to turn, and honestly I think a little bit of MIC might help. Okay, that was pretty good. So that is then the end of the battle, if I'm not mistaken. And now we come to the territory status. And we actually see now one territory liberated. This is here the Union of the Central European States. So you can remove this token here, which indicated that there was damage in my capital. And we can flip this to the liberated side, and we still lose 1 food and 1 million. But it's better than these 2 food and 3 million. In addition, we are allowed to refresh this science lab now at the end of the turn, which we were not while this thing was overrun. Africa, well, yeah, that's a problem, because now the South African influence zone is definitely overrun. So let's see, we need this card. So this is actually pretty painful. First of all, there is a lab, so that really sucks. And in addition, they will lose 1 food and 2 million. So that's going to be a pretty rough turn for Africa. And they've also had to liberate the Kenyan Federation, which also gives them a little penalty here. So this is not a great thing. In addition, these here, the Indonesian refugee zone is also overrun. Oh boy, that sucks. That's really painful. We have a -1 command, a -1 food, and -3 million. That is really bad. So we definitely want to liberate this as soon as possible. Holy shit. Okay. This is it then. Next step would be the invader movement. Let me see here. Okay, so there is actually no invader unit because dropships are not counted here. So that means the number of invader units is not higher than the defense value in this case. So yeah, just they stay where they are. Next step would be then the Kronos control step. So that means that this Kronos control marker goes now to Asia. Then we got the terror level. Okay, let's see. The terror level goes up everywhere where at least one invader unit is. So that's everywhere except for South America. So here we go. Here we are. Here we are. And there we are. But we can actually use our we can use our relocation programs to reduce the terror level by 1 for $1 million. And I'm going to do that with everybody. Okay. Then we see the MIC damage. So now we start with these toxication things. So we have we have the poison compensators. So everybody who has these poison compensators, and I think we all do, yeah. So nobody has to pay this 1 MIC penalty anymore. That's very good. Oh, wait a second. Actually, I forgot something. We killed that thing, so we have to draw another adaptation card because we've killed this dropship, and I haven't turned the dial here. So this is now my first adaptation card, and this is a devastation adaptation card. And we're going to see here unstable enhancements. This card is persistent for the current round only. Discard at the end of this round. So we were lucky here. We can discard that right away. That was damn lucky. But I forgot to, when we killed the last ship here, that thing went up 1. I haven't done that. There was an adaptation, but it was not very helpful for these guys. So yeah, that was, but you can see it might be very, very dangerous now in the coming turns. Okay. We were really lucky here. So let me see. Now we have to take MIC damage for these units which are in the areas. So let's start again with Europe. There are now 2 spaces that contain enemy units, but because of the refugee services, we lose only 1 of these MIC. So this goes down to 11. Asia, there are 3 spaces here. They also have the refugee services, so they lose 2. That was Africa, by the way. Over here in Asia, there's only 1 space. No problems there. North America is in trouble. They definitely are. They do have the refugee services, which is now a very good thing, but still they lose 2. And they are already down at 8, so they are now at 6. This is not good anymore. South America, well, they lose nothing. Okay. And then we have to pay the food for our people, and as you can see here now, for example, we have to pay 4 food. America only has to pay 2 food, 3 food from Europe, 4 from Africa, and 5 from Asia. They still have a lot of people to feed, which is good, of course. So, and then the research readiness, we're going to flip our research markers, except for that one in the South African influence zone, which definitely sucks. Okay, and finally it's the dropship step again. And I think that now, because I've drawn the first adaptation card, the first devastation adaptation card, I think we are now actually in the devastation phase. Yeah, absolutely. You draw the last card in the assault event deck. This is what we did first. So that was the point when the devastation phase started, actually. And let me see if the enhanced armor adaptation card has not been drawn by the time it's drawn resolve adaptation cards. Okay, so what happens now is we're gonna see now 4 dropships, if I'm not mistaken, instead of the 3 dropships. Yeah, okay. So now it's going to be harder. You can see here, there is now this red space here. So we'll see another dropship that shows up now in the red space. Start with Alaska, dropship number 1. So America is now under heavy attack. And we definitely... Whoa, this is going to be hard. The Central African Accord. This is their capital. Oh boy, this is going to be a hard turn now, because they have to liberate the South American influence zone, or at least it would be a good idea to do that. They have this main attack here, small ones here. This is not easy. West European Defense Pact. Well, this is not so bad, actually, because I think there are actually the blaster hybrids. Yeah, so that gives us 1 additional power there. And then finally it's Siberia. Okay, well, it's going to be a tough fight, of course. There is nothing here. This is interesting. South America is now basically happy for the first time. They might consider helping out either the Americans or maybe the here in the Central African Accord. If they deploy some units here, they could move there with 2 steps. That might be a good idea to do. Okay. So the problem, one problem is we cannot buy any Gin mercenaries in the next turn because the market is empty. That doesn't make it easier for us. Okay, well, that was the end of this turn. I think we still have a pretty good chance, but it's gonna be harder and harder by now. So hope to see you in my next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Until then, bye.